Good afternoon, traders. This is the market wrap up for April 30th, 2024. Significant action in the markets today, and happy to go through them. Let's start off with the dollar index. Dollar index, actually, as we've been talking about over the last few days, we've been trading in this pattern. We have broken out of this pattern. There were, frankly, lots of places that one could get bullish the dollar. It's all bullish here. Ultimately, that's part of the challenge that these other indexes actually have. And gold and oil is that a stronger dollar does make it tough for those assets to rally. Let's look at oil. We can see oil. Oil is trading down. It has continued selling off, and we've been selling off really in a series of Fibonacci retracements from the actual highs, and we'll take a look at oil here we'll look at it on an hourly basis. And I think that one of the key things that you guys can realize is the power of these fibs in your trading. You can see that we double topped. From that double top, we had our first hourly fib level trades. We go down, trades to the 50 to 61.8% line, trades right to the objectives, and then ultimately in the Israel attack ended up rallying and testing that exact setup a second time. And now what you're seeing is literally just the result of us trading fibs, now the all the way halfway back fib. And what you'll notice is that on Friday we traded the 50 to 61.8% line. We've since sold off. We've actually sold off in a series of fib retracements. There, you could say there. Out there. Uh-oh. My computer froze up. Hopefully we're good to go. Yeah, I think we're good now. Sorry about that. And there. So, the oil is on its downtrend. It is headed towards 79.68. Looking at gold, we've been short gold since I think I signaled it at 23.40 and a quarter. We've been short since then. We continue to be short now. It's turned into a swing trade for us, and we're very happy about that. Gold isn't even trading an extension. We were looking for some sort of a retracement. We have not found it yet. So honestly, there isn't much to do other than profit. We're going to see if we can break this level here, which has acted as some support, but I think it's dubious support. So honestly, I don't even think I'd want to try this long, but you certainly could try it. But it's a challenge because there really wasn't that support. We kind of broke through the real support, probably $10 higher. So this is potentially just support at the end of the day and not actual real support levels here. So when it gets down to it, you've got to kind of be short from where we're at, or you really don't have much of a play. Everything else is just a guess. We had a fantastic setup here. The setup was pretty simple. It was basically a fib retracement. And with gold, you can always be a little bit, you don't have to be exact. So we traded above the 61.8% line once, twice. When it came back down through it on the second time, that's when I put the sell signal in, and we've been short ever since. The fact is it hasn't been any real setup on the opposite side. So down here, if you were trying to get long, you'd be looking for a setup, and you haven't been able to see it. The other reason is silver just continues to sell off and still has room to go to its objective. We've got 30 to 40 cents left on our silver objective from this short up here. And ultimately, silver tested the channel, broke through its channel a day before, actually a few days before gold, and has frankly been leading gold down. So it's a really challenging scenario for gold to rally in the midst of a silver decline. And silver has dropped a lot. If you look at what silver's done, silver's gone from $30 to nearly 26.50. So that's a really, relatively speaking, in the last half of this month, it's been all downward trend for silver, and that's obviously not going to be good for gold. In terms of the stocks, stocks did get hit. We did do a short trade earlier in the day, and we covered it. I still think that we're going to see a bit of a retrace. So our goal is to look for retraces. That short scalp was fantastic. We did really well with it. We tried a long scalp, and some of us made some money with that long scalp. However, the issue is that people are going to be asking, well, what did we trade? We actually traded this all the way halfway back short. From highs to lows, we traded it at the 50% line. We actually traded it once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times maybe. And, our objective is truly lower. But the challenge with stocks is that they do back and fill. So I do suspect that we're going to see some additional backwards and filling, and potentially even having to travel up to our new shorts up here. Now, this long is still in play as well, this long from lows. And so we'll be looking at trying to truly confirm whether or not this is a trend. The short trades actually do get confirmed on a break of 50.37. So if ES trades 50.37 or under today, and in the Asian session or European session, and holds it, one could definitely say that this long has broken and that there's a new trend out there. What I am going to be curious, though, is if we are able to hold this level here, might we come back up and build maybe a third leg or a third extension?
The markets are closed.
And if we do that, then maybe we get our triple top or our head and shoulders top, and that would be a great place to sell. So I'd love to resell it again up here if I could. Looking at the other stock markets, because once you know ES, you kind of have the other ones figured out as well. YM, similar scenario. YM did not get as far as our all the way halfway back short 50% line. It only got to 38.2, and it used 38.2, sold off from it once, and then sold off from it again the second time. So again, this has kind of been going on for the last week and a half, where these stock markets on any kind of a rebound do end up finding a way to get lower somehow, some way. So keep that in mind. We'll see if this develops into a series or if this just keeps on going. My guess is it still is a series. So actually, I wouldn't be surprised if we rally back up a little bit and do a little bit lower rung. All right. And so then going forward here, let's look at NQ. NQ actually is the worst of all of them, and it has traded lower just over the last few minutes here, post 4 o'clock. We do have earnings coming out, AMD. So what really is going on is that that you could be seeing earnings, and that really is probably the driver here. So on the Nasdaq, it was a tough short to get into, partly because although you had a lot of time, you basically had Friday through yesterday to get into it. But there hasn't been too many ways to get into it since then, and it's been pretty much straight down. So that's kind of where we're at here with Nasdaq. Obviously, with challenges in Nasdaq, you are going to get Bitcoin that's going to trade its extension, and has. Bitcoin has been trading its extension long, but now that extension long is under some threat. because of continued weakness. If NASDAQ goes lower, this extension, which has traded once, twice, now a third time, could break. And if it breaks below 58,491 on a closing basis, we're primed for a move lower here in Bitcoin. If, however, NASDAQ and these stocks find a way to right itself, it could always rally from here. And if it does, the upside target's 79,670. All that being said, the shorts have been in control. They have been in control over the last week since this halfway back short from the tops to the bottom of this top level balance range. That halfway back short traded, and frankly, it looks like we're going to hit our target of 56,421, which would take out the extension. Those are our setups for now. Again, thank you for seeing the video. Hit the like button and subscribe if you can. And if you want to get access to our signals group and our daily chat room, and as well as our live trading room, please feel free to hit me up with a message. Thanks a lot. Have a good one, guys.